Welcome back to Jersey Matters. It's that time of year again when we need to take a temperature on the economy as it relates to the holidays. And welcome back, John Holub, president of the New Jersey Retail Merchant Association. Thank you for coming. We've had you in several years now about this time. And is this the best year yet?
I think so. I mean, as I mentioned earlier, in years past, we always said we were cautiously optimistic as we were heading into holiday season. This year, retailers are optimistic. There's healthy growth is projected, almost 5% increases year-over-year sales. It's a little below last year, but still, when we get into the 5% range, that's healthy growth. So retailers are really happy heading into this holiday season.
But it would be difficult. If you had 5% increase last year, you'd be 5% over what you had last year. Yep. So as you mentioned,
a bigger number. You got it.
You got it. It's more difficult to reach. What are the economic indicators that you look at when you make these projections?
Unemployment, wage growth are big things. Credit for folks. There's a whole host of economic indicators, and right now they're all pointing in the right direction for retailers. So we've got a little wind in our sails, and we're heading in the right direction.
I know recently the consumer confidence indicator came out, and it was near a record.
Near record.
If people have confidence that they're going to be doing better, do they have a tendency to spend more?
Absolutely, absolutely, and that's what we try to encourage that too.
You're almost giddy.
It is. Well, it's going to be a good year. I mean, it's our world changed in 2008, 2009. The Great Recession really impacted retail significantly, and we've been slowly crawling our way out of a big hole, and finally I feel like we're seeing some healthy growth, and it's encouraging.
Do you differentiate still between brick and mortar and online, or is it all one pot now?
No, it's all, the lines are blurred now, and I think even the consumer is looking that way. I just saw one survey that showed 50% of people that are going to buy online intend to pick up the package in store. So even the consumer has blurred the lines of online bricks and mortar. A sale's a sale, doesn't matter where it happens anymore.
There's been predictions about the death of malls for a long time now, and the malls have fought back to making it more of an event, making it more of an experience to get you to come to the malls. How are they doing?
Brands come and go, unfortunately, because it's such a competitive industry. But malls, the strong malls that are in a good position, have created experiences for consumers, are doing well. The malls that haven't invested in that experience might be struggling a little bit, and that's something that's been happening for as long as malls have been around.
And I guess the greatest indicator is there's new malls being built.
Absolutely.
You have a big one in North Jersey that's being built right now.
It's going to be one of the biggest in the country. So I mean that tells you, and it's more than a mall. It's going to be an experience. It's going to have an amusement park in it. So that's the kind of thing that malls of mild childhood aren't going to be the same malls that are of today.
When you say the lines are blurred, what's fascinating to me is you go to a mall and you'll see Amazon there, or you'll see pick up your online order here. Is that how it's happened?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, a lot of these folks that just a few years ago were online only have actually opened bricks and mortar stores. So that shows that there is a need for bricks and mortar. And as I said earlier, the death of bricks and mortars, the death was greatly exaggerated.
But why? I mean, play that out for a second. Why is it important to have bricks and mortar if you're online?
Because I think a lot of consumers, they want to touch and feel a product, depending on what it is. You want to try something on sometimes. You don't want to order a couple and have to send some back. So there's a whole host of reasons why a consumer wants to go and touch and feel and maybe try on a product.
I want to talk to you about another issue. Governor Murphy recently had this big economic announcement where he was going to attract venture capitalists to come to the state. And I talked to some of the people at NJBIA who I know you work with, and they said, it's not venture capital that's our problem. I thought it was the tax structure. They said it was actually regulations as much as the tax structure. Do you agree, and can you explain that?
I do, but there is more to it. There is regulations. New Jersey, I mean, I haven't seen a survey in years that hasn't shown New Jersey as one of the hardest states to own and operate a business. And it's taxes, it's regulation, there's just a whole host of paperwork that you need to do, a lot of redundancy of things that you need to do. And it takes a toll, and it costs money for businesses to comply.
I understand you're a lobbyist. I understand you represent businesses, but what needs to happen to attract more business to come to New Jersey, or to keep businesses from leaving Jersey?
Well, definitely right now for my members, it's the tax rate. It really was a hit to the stomach this year with the increase in the rates, and restructuring was called combined reporting, which was just it's a kind of an arcane way you calculate your tax. And unfortunately, New Jersey decided to do this and increase rates at the same time. And I have some members that is a significant increase in their tax burden. So that's really our main focus will be for the following year. And because it's just been such a big hit for a lot of retailers.
The increase in the minimum wage, the sick leave for part-time workers, that's already been built in?
It is, but the interesting thing, the paid sick leave, the law's on the books, but we're still working on the regulation. So that gets to your point back to the regulation. The law's on the books, but the comment period for the regulations isn't even until December. So we still got to figure out how you implement the law. And there's a lot of questions of how do you do it, where do you do it? So there's a lot of questions about that, and that gets to your point about the regulatory environment in Jersey is quite complicated.
But you keep hearing, I mean the business in Jersey is doing well, right? We're just not attracting new business.
We do. I mean, it's hit or miss. It just unfortunately, I think over the last few years, there's no clear plan, and it's New Jersey is our location is an advantage, and so we kind of win a lot of battles, I think, in spite of ourselves. But I think there's more that can be done down in Trenton to encourage investments and growth for businesses.
Well, and I know you're down there fighting because I see you in the hallways many times. So I appreciate you coming in again.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. John Holub is the president of the New Jersey Retail Merchant Association. Jersey Matters continues right after this. Still to come on Jersey Matters, remember the soup man from Seinfeld? Well, he's alive and well and still selling soup out of New Jersey. We'll talk about it when Jersey Matters continues.